Sea level rise is already affecting coastal Washington. We calculated that over the last 60 years or so, sea level has risen by 4 to 6 inches in Washington state. And we expect that that rate will accelerate in the future. And by the end of the century, our best estimate currently is around 2 to 3 feet of sea level rise. But there is much higher magnitude, 6, 7, or even 8 feet, that currently can't be excluded as a possibility.
We're expected to experience different amounts of sea level rise depending on where you are in the state of Washington. So luckily through the Washington Coastal Resilience Project, we were able to generate projections that are relatively place specific. We're really fortunate in this state to have numerous scientific assessments, including these most recent sea level rise projections, that are one tool that will help us prepare or adapt for the changes that we expect to see. So we now have information on hand to help us think about what are the changes we anticipate and how is it and what do we want our communities to look like and how do we prepare.
We were losing our beach, and this is why we put a soft armory here on the beach to collect the sand and to stop the erosion of our properties. There was ideas of a hard armory with rocks or pillars. Then if you have kids climbing on them or grandkids, they can fall, crack their head, chip a tooth, get hurt. This way they can climb around on the wood and be able to come down on the sand beach and play and go swimming.
The design on this project was something we had to create on our own. It really wasn't a template that we could find for soft armoring on a big marine beach. But we used techniques that we see in rivers, but then thought about how you translate that to a high wave energy environment. So I'm excited to see that it's working and hope that we can translate this to other places that have similar issues. I hope that if landowners have concerns like this, they see their beaches eroding back and they're worried about what's going to happen in the future, that they talk to the conservation district and see what kind of concepts we can come up with.
When it comes to sea level rise, we think it's important to start thinking about the long-term consequences of sea level rise now, and that's because when we make investments in the shoreline, when we build along the shoreline, for example, oftentimes we expect those investments to last for many, many decades. And those are the decades over which we expect sea level to rise. There are some things that we can do that are relatively easy and inexpensive. It's not going to get us all the way to where we want to be to really account for and prepare for the possible future impacts associated with sea level rise, but it'll get us a long way.
With sea level rise, we're seeing the greatest success with people working together. The issues are going to be larger, they're going to be more significant and more severe, and the places, the coastal communities that are working together are really creating innovative solutions that are forward-thinking and are feasible and actually getting done on the ground. It's been really inspiring to see communities work together at a community scale instead of at a parcel scale to really find solutions that are tailored and can be most effective in the future.